Hello, dear friends. Claim your human right to speech freedom. Information is power. Opinion piece. Faith crisis. Reality check. Religious shock. Disclosure stats. The last reluctant. Cultural upheaval. The Nazis UFO revealed. We originated in the stars. The plan cannot be stopped. Dismantling of the old world. Deconstruction of the Matrix. Alarmism in apocalyptic circles. Theological structure breaks down. Let's start. UFO disclosure has led some pastors to warn that revelations about life on other worlds could shake Christian beliefs and cause some believers to abandon their faith. Lawmakers, religious leaders, and UFO researchers are preparing for a potential cultural and theological upheaval following the release. UFO whistleblower David Grush warns that some agencies are maneuvering to control the narrative, but predicts that the disclosure will reach a tipping point within 90 days. Pastors such as Perry Stowe, Bishop Alan Didio, and Tony Merkel claim to have received warnings from intelligence officials about the possibility of the upcoming UFO revelations could shake the Christian faith. They maintain that such revelations could describe extraterrestrial life in ways that contradict the biblical account of creation, potentially causing some believers to abandon the faith. The leaders are urging churches to prepare their congregations for the questions and doubts that may arise after the information is released. Theological commentators such as Timothy Alberino argue that Christianity already acknowledges the existence of non-human intelligent beings, framing UFOs within existing biblical categories. Others, including Vice President Vance, are calling the visitors from other worlds demons, while Representative Anna Paulina Luna is linking them to the watchers of the Book of Enoch. These interpretations are fueling the debate over whether the revelation will challenge or reinforce religious worldviews, echoing past cycles in which astronomical discoveries transformed humanity's place in the cosmos. Controversy. Evangelical Christians are circulating publications claiming that UFOs are demonic manifestations and that this revelation would be the pretext for the rapture. Perry Stone and other pastors claim to have received information from intelligence officials to prepare their congregations. The details they were given included serpentine beings and materials of non-human origin, as if taken from a science fiction film. According to Jerry Gomez, Jesus referred to himself as an extraterrestrial. In quotes, "You are from below, I am from above. You are of this world, I am not of this world." He wasn't referring to his human body, but to his Pleiadian soul. He was starseed. He said that there is an entire universe inhabited by unimaginable diversity of life. Many souls incarnated now don't come from habitable planets identifiable by our current technology. We originated from the stars. Traditionalist Catholics, represented by voices like that of Daniel O'Connor, presents a more sophisticated dogmatic argument that physical extraterrestrials are incompatible with Catholic doctrine of Christology, Mariology, and the redemptive act of Christ. The existence of other incarnate rational beings breaks the theological structure. According to scientist Eric Weinstein, the only ones pushing the narrative of revelation are pastors, elected officials, special forces members, and social media content creators. No one possesses the tools to evaluate interdimensional physics, non-human biology, or the implications for the standard model. The exopolitics community, led by Dr. Michael Salla, interprets it from the perspective of the coalition of wealth, benevolent beings with human appearance collaborating with the white hats. For those of us who have never believed we are alone, tomorrow represents. For those of us who have believed that we are not alone, tomorrow represents a kind of a strange threshold. It's not the moment when we learn something new. It is the moment when the last reluctant ones are given permission, and that creates a responsibility for those who have carried this knowledge for years or decades. Those around you are about to receive a reality check for the first time. They will search for the first available narrative framework. For many, it will be the framework of a demonic deception. For others, it will be the management of national security, and for the spiritual inclined, it may be the euphoria of the coalition of wealth. The plan cannot be stopped. We are being evaluated to join a coalition of wealth, according to Sergeant Major Robert Dean. The guiding role is not to pigeonhole people, but to help them stand firm when things get tough, to ask better questions than those offered to them, and to resist the influence of any narrative that claims to have the complete answer. Decades of research demonstrate that the phenomenon is more complex, more layered, and more philosophically demanding than any theoretical framework can encompass. When the truth is fully revealed, it will not perfectly fit anyone's worldview. That is not a flaw, but the very nature of true revelation. Nazis UFO. UFO files reveal claims of a secret flying saucer built by the Nazis that could ascend vertically, maneuver laterally, and hover before reaching a speed of 2,500 kilometers per hour and an altitude of 12 kilometers. The craft was part of a secret Nazi weapons program developed to attack Allied forces at the end of the conflict. A set of declassified FBI documents suggests that the Nazis secretly developed saucer-shaped aircraft capable of hovering. The aircraft was capable of extraordinary maneuvers that resembled many modern UFO sightings. The object was radio-controlled and equipped with multiple engines mounted around the exteriors of the craft. Documents released Friday detail interviews with a man identified as Paul Pejerl, who claimed to have worked on a top-secret German weapons project involving disc-shaped flying craft. Pejerl told the FBI that he observed a saucer-shaped vehicle 50 meters in diameter, with a dome on top, while assigned to a classified project in Germany's Black Forest region in 1943, 2 years before the end of the World War II. Dwarfs. FBI files reveal reports of being about 1.2 meters tall emerging from UFOs. Some witnesses have reported seeing crew members who had landed from the objects. The document states describing the beings as being between 1 and 1.2 meters tall, wearing what appear to be space suits and helmets. The FBI summarized reports of metallic crafts capable of silently hovering, reaching an incredible speed and interfering with electromagnetic equipment. 1965 was the year with the highest number of UFO sightings, reported by multiple witnesses worldwide. The files report that debris from crashed flying saucers was recovered on multiple occasions, including material described as unknown metals containing microscopic spheres. The memorandum also notes that the Air Force had commissioned physicist Edward Condon of the University of Colorado to conduct a government-funded study on flying saucers estimated to cost $300,000 over 18 months. Edwards argued that UFOs were spacecraft sent to observe activity on Earth, and claimed that the Air Force have withheld information and provided misleading explanations because it feared widespread public panic if the truth were revealed. There are three basic shapes: Zeppelin-like craft up to 100 meters long, disc-shaped objects up to 30 meters in diameter, with many reported as being 10 meters in diameter, and finally egg-shaped objects, which are the most recently sighted. UFOs on the Moon. Apollo 11 astronaut Buzz Aldrin reported seeing an object of considerable size with a fairly bright light source that he described as a possible laser while in lunar orbit. Apollo 12 astronaut Alan Bean described observing particles of light moving away into space that appeared to be escaping from the Moon. The Apollo 17 astronauts reported 3 separate unexplained events on 3 different days of their 1972 mission. Harrison Smith said he observed a flash on the lunar surface north of Grimaldi crater. He described it as a thin trail of light. Smith experienced another unexplained event along with command module pilot Ronald Evans, when they observed very bright particles of fragments moving and circling near the spacecraft. Ufology. People are seeing more fireballs and astronomers can't explain it. The documentary The Alien Disclosure has been released, and we are only seeing the beginning. According to Drew 86, the Matrix religion programs will eventually disappear, along with all other structures. People don't need to attend this esoteric cosmic class, but they will certainly need it for guidance. There is ample historical evidence of Nazi UFO research and operations. There is no imminent threat. All lying. Alarmism stems from apocalyptic circles determined to spread the idea of an impending war of the worlds, but the revelatory message has no hostile presence. It merely challenges the old belief systems. A pre-pyramid settlement discovered rewrites North America history. An ancient indigenous settlement discovered near Sturgeon Lake in Saskatchewan is challenging long-held ideas about early human presence. According to the official timeline, the site dates back approximately 11,000 years and predates the Great Pyramid of Egypt by more than 6,000 years. Reset news. Official disclosure begins. Buckle up, because we're about to see the truths that have been hidden from us for years, according to Jerry Gomez. We were chosen for this final battle because of our spiritual, mental, and physical strength, but we are human and always need divine mercy. To everyone asking when this movie will end, the answer is the moment you pull your head out of the sand. So wake up already, said Jasper Truth. You were told this day would never come. You were told to stop dreaming. You were told the system was permanent. You were told it would never happen. It is happening right now. You are witnessing the dismantling of the old world in real time. Every pillar, every week, every calculated move before you even knew the game had begun. This isn't politics, it's controlled demolition. The next release is coming soon, and it's going to grab everyone's attention. Nothing can stop what is coming. The game is about to end and we'll soon have our events according to Tairo Nayane. USA. Alex Jones InfoWars has ceased all operations. Protesters attempted to chain themselves to the New York Stock Exchange on May Day. On 1st May. Modern cars are computers that collect data about where you go and how you drive, and they can leak that data to third parties. The White House released a photo of a UFO that resembles the spaceship used to send Superman to Earth in the 1978 film. Senior White House officials are hinting at a major revelation about the 2020 presidential election, according to Captain Kyle. The EU and NATO want World War III, according to Captain Kyle. They need the chaos to try to regain control on the apocalyptic timeline they have lost. Satellite images confirm Iranian attacks on destroyers in the Persian Gulf. Trump says there will be no new hantavirus lockdowns, no masks, no school crashers, and no mandatory antigen tests. Several polls place Trump between 32 and 38%. His best poll puts him around 42%. The EU is preparing for possible talks with Putin as the US reduces its troops on the continent. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.